Elliewood, Lynn said. You came back! You came back! Elliewood, Lynn said, surprised, as Elliewood pushed the axe aside with his sword, and he looked at Lynn. Are you alright? Thanks, but you don't have to worry about me, she said, smiling a bit. Ah, there you go. There's Channeler Chris's feminist credentials. She can take care of herself. You see, she'll be fine. She said, smiling a bit. But where is Roy? Help! Roy screamed while he was receiving a lot of attacks to his body. I'm on my way! Hang in there! Lynn said. Not on my watch! Bernard said, swinging his axe at Lynn, but Elliewood blocked the attack again, and he gritted his teeth. I like to imagine Bernard's like 10 feet tall or something. He just fucking towers over everyone. He gritted his teeth once more. It doesn't say once more, that's just my observation. Because Channeler Chris likes that phrase. His teeths. Hurry! Go and help Roy! This battle will be useless if he dies! Why? I mean, sure, you appear to have bonded awfully well with him, but, you know... It's like, you know... Does the success of the mission entirely hinge on this random motherfucker who showed up at the camp yesterday? You know? Is he the fucking MVP of the piece? Just because he knows how to swing a sword? I don't know. Anyway, let's return to Channeler Chris's progressive writing. You see, he can write strong female characters. I take it all back. She says she can take care of herself, so that makes up for everything. He really put his money where his mouth is on that one. I'd like to put my fucking fist where his mouth is. Ha! Just... Okay. That was a joke, by the way. I feel... At this point, I can't really do anything but respect Channeler Chris, however begrudgingly, because he's written this much, and I'm still fucking reading it, so... I mean, who's the loser here? Let's face it. Anyway, this battle will be useless if he dies, Elliewood said, and Lynn nodded, running towards Roy to rescue him. I can't make it in time, Lynn thought, and analyzed the situation that Roy was experimenting. She was a little... He's experimenting. Alright, He's gone behind a pillar and the soldier's sucking his cock or whatever. Is that what you mean? He's touching dicks. She was a little far away from the red-haired swordsman, but what could she do to help him? Out of the way! A voice spoke from behind the... I presume it's Sarah, whatever. Out of the way! A voice spoke from behind the door, and it was destroyed by weapons of war. Sarah, Guy, Hector, Priscilla, Marth, Chris, Raven, and Lucius appeared, rushing to the room. And they joined the fight, while Sarah helped Roy to heal his wounds. You can't win this battle without us, Sarah said while healing Roy. Finally, this is going to end now, Guy said, and he started to attack the soldiers. Chris blocked an attack of an enemy. Lynn, Roy, Elliewood, kill the commander. We can defeat these guys without troubles. Roger that, Roy said, now fully healed. Fuck that. He stood up and he went after the commander alongside Lynn and Elliewood. Impudent fools! You think you have a chance to defeat me? Bernard asked as he swung his axe. Actually, we do! Roy said, charging at Bernard, and his sword clashed with the axe. Lynn took the opportunity to attack Bernard behind his back, and he slashed her sword in his back, and he yelled in pain. Hector, look out! I don't know. Priscilla yelled when she saw 5 soldiers lunging their swords at Hector on his back, and the axe wielder turned his back to see them ready to kill him. Oh, it's Florina. No! Someone yelled from the roof of the room. The roof was destroyed by a lance, and then Florina came with her Pegasus, and she threw her lance at one of the soldiers. It was enough for Hector to defend himself, and he quickly took out the remaining 4 soldiers, thanks to Florina's help. He killed 4 people who were all crowding him and about to kill him with one fucking axe. That's pretty impressive. Oh, whatever. Thanks to Florina's help. Florina, I didn't thought you could help me at this time, Hector said, smiling a bit. Florina blushed a little.
It's because I couldn't let you go to this place alone.
Somehow Hector was blushing a little after hearing this. I thank you.
It means so much for me. Thanks,
Florina said, smiling. Help, please, Guy asked when 6 swordsmans were surrounding him.
Right, I'll help you.
Oricella Chris forgot to capitalize Florina there, which is odd because he's good with that sort of thing normally. Basic sort of grammar at this point in the story. He's sort of got a hand. Well, apart from the occasional typo or whatever, he's basically got a hand on. But he fucked up. Florina said, grabbing her lance from the body of the dead soldier, and she ordered her Pegasus to take her to Guy. What is this sudden feeling when Florina saved my life? Hector thought, confused. Oh, okay. In fairness, right? I was going on to Aura Channel Chris about the ratio of male to female saviors, but there was just a big scene in which, he sort of. I suppose it's muted because, she only killed one of them and he killed the rest of them. But nonetheless, she definitely helped to save his life. So I, despite my initial sarcastic claims, I do retract my accusations to a certain extent. Anyway, what is this sudden feeling when Florina saved my life? Hector thought, confused. Sarah saw the face Hector was making, and a small smile appeared on her face.
Ha! It's working! Roy, this is working smoothly as we planned.
That's it! Bernard yelled furiously, and he swung his axe around his body, and the trio received a fatal blow, and they backed away, holding their wounds in pain. Who are the trio? That could be any number of people. Whatever.
Ugh, that axe is a real trouble,
Lynn said, holding her right arm.
We need to distract him to return his attacks,
Elliewood said.
I know how to do that,
Roy said. The red-haired swordsman ran after Bernard, and the commander lifted his axe again, but this time Roy ran away from him, and getting his attention in the process.
Now! I see. Lynn, gather your energy and help me,
Elliewood said, running at the distracted Bernard. Lynn was able to lift her sword, and she ran with Elliewood. Both of them jumped high in the air, and they slashed the shoulders of Bernard, and the commander yelled in pain after feeling 2 swords piercing through his armor.
Impossible! My armor is supposed to be unbreakable,
Bernard said in shock.
You forgot one thing, Bernard,
Lynn said, trying to speak.
What could I possibly forget?
Bernard asked furiously.
You're fighting against a person who wields the legendary sword, the Mani-Catti.
Oh, fuck off with that.
That sword! That stupid and useless sword!
Lynn pointed her sword and Bernard's face.
Don't dare to say that again to this sword.
I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to hurt the fucking sword's feelings.
It's an inanimate fucking object.
You're an inanimate fucking object. Oh boy, in Bruges. What a movie, right? That hasn't been circle jerked to death at this point, has it? Funny story, right? I was actually in Bruges because I'm so fucking middle class. I go to Bruges on my holidays, and someone in the toilet on a toilet stall had written, "If I were retarded and grew up on a farm, Bruges might appeal to me. But I didn't, so it doesn't." And the wall was just filled with loads of angry responses of people who didn't get the reference and were going like,
That's because you're gay. You must have been. You're a retard. You're a spaz.
like the fucking 8-year-olds who've just discovered bad words.